Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me on this video. My name is Doug. It is about noon on July the 25th, 2023. And in this video, I'm going to go through my 4 different indicators to take a look at natural gas prices. At the end of the video, I'm going to put on a trade on my SimpleFX account using the very little bit of US dollar tether that I have on that account. I'll reveal what I'm going to do in that trade, but first, let's jump in through the indicator set. So I always go through the relative strength index, the MACD indicator, the Ichimoku cloud, and the Bollinger Bands. And I have a special Bollinger Band indicator that I created that we'll take a look at as well. At the end of the video, I'll put on my trade. So let's jump through the time frames here. On the weekly, I'm seeing this is building up, and it could continue on. It could break that trend. If it breaks the trend, that's really important. So I'll want to go through the different time frames to see how is that trend setting up, especially as we get into the closer time frames. Do we see that there's a divergence setting up, or maybe there is a bullish springboard setting up in the market where it's just trying to go, where it's hit a bottom and, well, maybe not, but we've hit a bottom here, and it's continuing to bounce off of this range and bounce up. That's my bias, expecting that natural gas prices may go up from here. That's my bias, so that I'm looking for that. My bias will be proved wrong when we have the 1, 2, 3 top formation break and this uptrend line breaks. I'll put on my indicator so that if that crosses over to a partial hold status, I'll be changing my tune. And if it turns red, I'll be changing my tune. But now that it's green and catching support above everything like this, I am bullish. And I'm looking for, and you'll have to correct me in the comments down below about my looking for my own bias. I'm looking for it. So as things are coming in here now, we're seeing reversal hammer candles. So it's being hammered down every time it's being bought up. So there's a big fight going on, and once it wins on one side or the other, it's going to really go, I think. And so as I go into the time frames, we can see this battle of the time frames right now. That's what's going on in the price. So let's go from the weekly. Wow, the weekly MACD really came down, massive cross there, but the price didn't break up as high as the MACD came up there. Really cool. Go into the daily, we've come up and we've crossed a few times. There's that, I'm going to the 12-hour, and I'm seeing the pattern I want, I guess, is the cross of the 12-hour keeps coming down and crossing and crossing. If that 12-hour loses it here and this bearish divergence plays out, then I won't have to worry about it because price will have kicked me out of any kind of bullish position I would be holding if I'm doing my risk control correctly. So let me continue on in the different time frames, because the 4-hour and the 1 hour, now the 1 hour is where I want to, it has to hold right here. It has to hold above these levels, and if it consolidates and starts to build off, these would be great levels to have purchased in on as we're setting right here on natural gas. And I don't know a thing about the supply of natural gas. I am no natural gas guy. I'm totally looking at these chart patterns only. So now in the Ichimoku cloud, the weekly is just about to cross blue over red, and the blue over red is an important signal for me. The daily has gone blue over red and back and forth, back and forth. It's under right now, but the 12-hour is over, and the 12-hour is very close to going full bull on a breakout like this. It would be a really strong confirmation and a bullish continuation bounce off the green cloud, breaking up through that 200 period exponential moving average while the cloud twists and the trailing indicator breaks through everything. It's a really good start for a small position, because if it breaks up and then comes back and consolidates, I can add on safely later with this. So that's why I'm doing this video. I like the setup. I want to do it and track it out as it's happening, and I may as well do a video. So in the weekly Bollinger Bands, we've come down to a real pinch here. That's really important. The pinches mean something big is coming. Going into the daily, the pinch is just sideways and must be maddening if you're trying to get a long-term position in that. But as it's coming back, I'm trying to see now, where did it revert off the bottoms? How far did it go outside the bottoms before it reverted, so that I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 stacking on top of each other? We've got the kind of a 3 touches of death on the bottom there, and then that's the 1, 2, 3, and things are stacking kind of above that right now. So again, breaks above that 200 period exponential moving average would be crazy. So 2 days left to win on the Simple FX giveaway on our social media. I didn't know about that, but there's the announcement. There's a link around this video for Simple FX. I've rebranded my channel all around Simple FX because I've been trading there since 2015 and I've had no troubles with it. And you can trade there so small, and I'll show you in a second. So natural gas. Oh, those hammer reversal candles make me wary though. Right down at the bottom here, and weakness, any kind of weakness, that makes me kind of wary. That's a lot of wham wham on both sides. And so my next indicator is really what I want to look at. The weekly, squishing way down. This was really extreme. Down, anyway, we're down to here, squishing down. Wow, squished way down on the daily. On the 12 hour, what I'm looking for is color bands, but there's none. It's just staying so neutral. And the only color bands I'm seeing here are along the tops. I was expecting, actually, as I was zooming in on this shorter time frame, I was expecting to see bright green, bright green, bright green, and bright green here. That would have really helped my bias, but I'm not seeing it. So on the 1 hour time frame, no, mostly it's the red across the top. There's a few bright green along the bottom here as the 1, 2, 3 of the real bottom, but there's no, a little bit here. Nothing super powerful though that I was really hoping to see in this indicator. So let's go and do a trade, because the risk to reward ratio on an entry right now here for me is pretty good. So as I zoom back in here from the weekly time frame on this, what I'm trading with is a little bit of US dollar tether that I've earned from referral earnings from people who have clicked through my referral link and they've done some trading, and I've earned a little bit of money. So I may as well try my trading system with it. So if I go into the daily time frame, that to me on this chart looks immediately different than it did on the other chart, in that it just looks like the 1, 2, 3 is holding support here so great. It seems like we're going to be jumping up to $3.50 for natural gas without a blink out of this consolidation, this big consolidation here. And then probably the cup with handle retrace back to retest from above before we consolidate and go higher. So that's what I want to play for, is something like that. Let me go to the daily chart here again, get rid of everything else and go to daily. I want to start my position to get a little wick in here. Maybe it'll do the 350 and come back to retest from above. That's when I can add on to my trade after that. And we'll talk our way through this trade as it happens. So let's go do it now. Here it is. I'm going to zoom in closer and closer time frames just to show 4 hour, 1 hour, big wiki band, 30 minutes. It's come to the bottom and it's given some juice here. 5 minutes, I'll skip one. And then I'm just going to go into buy. So for $2.88, I control one contract. I submit and look at the spread that I have to pay right off the start. So I'm at a loss right off the start of the trade. That's my cost on that little $2 and odd cents trade. Now I'm going to put my stop loss in place, so I can just write it in here, and I'll put it down at 2.657. And one of the great things I like about this trading platform is that I can drag my stop loss and move it and just confirm. So I don't have to keep typing in the numbers. I don't have to clear the number and be without a stop loss for a second while I'm typing something in and get it. I can just drag it, confirm, and there it is. That's awesome. The second thing I like about it is that I can buy a number of contracts, and I can put a different stop loss in for each of the different contracts. So I have a different stop level, 2.635, 2.635. So in this way, I feel that I can play different risk management strategies with this platform that I can't do on other platforms because it blends the trade together, and then I have one trade at the average entry rather than my two trades at the different entries. So with this now, I can put on two trades right away, and then I can plan to say that I'm going to reduce or remove my position if it doesn't prove me correct. All right, so I'm willing to pay this 16 cents. Maybe it'll be a bit more than that because my stop loss is, here. So this is where I'll striate my stop losses out into these different levels. And if I zoom back out now, we can see where my stops are, that if prices come back against me out of this daily, then I'm out and I will lose 50 cents or $1 or something out of my $15. So it's like an insurance policy now. I'm insured that I will make money if prices go up. And I'll do another video and I'll track this out. If you find this helpful, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Trade safe and keep those losses small.